I'm staring at my father across the polished mahogany table, watching him laugh, that deep theatrical sound that fills the entire dining room. The scent of roasted turkey mingles with my mother's expensive perfume, making my stomach turn. Crystal glasses catch the candlelight, throwing fragments of gold across the cream tablecloth. And Sarah, Dad announces, raising his wine glass toward my sister, your mother and I wanted to do something special this Christmas. We're giving you $80,000 for your new business venture. The room erupts in applause. My sister's fiancé kisses her cheek. My aunt gasps with delight. I feel the fork slip from my fingers, clattering against fine china. $80,000, my throat constricts. I've been working 3 jobs for the past 4 years: morning shifts at the bakery, afternoons doing freelance graphic design, evenings waitressing. My apartment is a studio with a radiator that clanks through winter nights. Last week, I ate ramen for 5 days straight, but something else is gnawing at me. Something that makes my pulse hammer against my temples. That's incredible. I manage, my voice barely audible over the celebration. Dad turns to me, his eyes glittering with something I can't quite name. Well, Natalie, some children make us proud. Your sister graduated with honors, started her own consulting firm. I graduated with honors too. I interrupt, my hands trembling in my lap. I paid my own way through college. Yes, well. He waves his hand dismissively. Different circumstances. The words feel like a slap. My mother touches his arm gently, a warning, but he's already turning back to Sarah, already moving on. I excuse myself, mumbling something about needing air. My heels click against hardwood as I escape to the bathroom. The door closes behind me with a soft thud, and I brace myself against the marble sink. My reflection stares back, dark circles under my eyes. The dress I've owned for 6 years, the necklace I bought myself last birthday because no one else remembered, $80,000. I pull out my phone with shaking fingers. Something is wrong. Something has been wrong for months now. And suddenly, pieces are connecting in ways that make my blood run cold. I open my banking app, the screen loads. My savings account, the one I've been building since I was 18, adding every spare dollar. Dreaming of buying a small house someday, shows a balance of $847. It should show 84. Oh, the bathroom tilts. I grip the counter, feeling porcelain dig into my palms. This can't be right. I check the transaction history, scrolling frantically through months of withdrawals I never made. Transferred to Clearview Business Solutions. 15. Transfer to Clearview Business Solutions. 20. Transfer to Clearview Business Solutions. 12. Clearview Business Solutions. Sarah's consulting firm. The realization crashes through me like a freight train demolishing a brick wall. My breath comes in short, sharp gasps. The floral wallpaper seems to close in, suffocating. My father's gift to Sarah. My money. Every single dollar. I don't know how long I stand there, phone trembling in my grip. When I finally emerge, dinner has moved to dessert. Pumpkin pie sits on gold-rimmed plates. Laughter echoes off vaulted ceilings. I walk to my seat on autopilot, my mind racing through impossible calculations. How did they access my account? How long has this been happening? Natalie, you look pale, my mother observes, her tone carrying that particular note of criticism disguised as concern. I need to talk to you and Dad, I say quietly. Alone. Sarah laughs, that tinkling sound she perfected in high school. Oh, don't be dramatic. It's Christmas. But something in my voice must register because Dad sets down his fork, his expression shifting from jovial to guarded in a heartbeat. Fine, he says tersely. Study. Now, the walk down the hallway feels endless. My pulse thunders in my ears. The study smells of leather and old cigars, bookshelves lining walls that suddenly feel more like a cage than a sanctuary. Dad closes the door. The click of the latch sounds final, threatening. This better be important. He begins, but I cut him off. Where did you get $80,000 to give Sarah? The question hangs in the air like a blade. My mother shifts, her designer dress rustling. Dad's jaw tightens there, that nervous tell I've seen 1,000 times. That's none of your concern, he says coldly. We've worked hard, Made investments, my savings account is missing $83,000. My voice doesn't shake anymore. Something inside me has hardened like steel cooling, transferred to Sarah's business. Over the past 18 months, the silence that follows is deafening. Don't be ridiculous, my mother says, but her voice wavers. You must have made a mistake. I didn't make a mistake. I pull up my banking app, showing them the screen. Every withdrawal, all to Clearview Business Solutions, Sarah's company. Dad's face flushes red. You gave me access to that account for emergencies when I was 19. The words explode from me. For medical emergencies when I was in college. Not to funnel money to my sister for years. Watch your tone, he snaps, stepping closer. His cologne expensive, overwhelming, makes me want to gag. You have no idea what you're talking about. That money was for family expenses, which technically includes its theft. The word falls like a stone into still water. You stole from me, both of you. My mother's hand flies to her throat. How dare you accuse us? After everything we've done for you, putting a roof over your head, I moved out at 18. I've supported myself completely. My hands clench into fists. You stole my savings, my future, and you gave it to her like it was yours to give. Dad's expression shifts then, becoming something darker, more calculated. Prove it, he says softly. Prove I didn't have permission for every single transaction. The threat in his voice is unmistakable. He's done this before. I can see it in the practiced ease of his manipulation, the way my mother stands slightly behind him, complicit in her silence. I will, I whisper, though my legs feel like water. I promise you. I will. I leave before they can respond. Walking past the dining room where Sarah sits surrounded by admiring relatives, past a Christmas tree with its perfect decorations, out into the December cold that bites through my thin coat. My car smells of old coffee and desperation. I sit in the driver's seat, engine running, breath forming clouds in the frigid air. Then I call the one person who's never let me down. Caleb? My voice breaks on his name. Nat. What's wrong? My older brother, stepbrother from Dad's first marriage, sounds immediately alert despite the late hour. I need help. The words tumble out, the whole horrible story spilling across phone lines. I don't know what to do. I don't know if anyone will believe me. I believe you, he says without hesitation. And Nat? Dad did this to my mom too. 20 years ago. Drained her accounts. Claimed it was for family investments. She couldn't prove anything. He's careful. Always covers his tracks. The information lands like another blow. How did I not know this? You were just a kid when they divorced. Mom didn't want to poison you against him. He pauses, and I hear shuffling, like he's moving. But I've been waiting for something like this. Documenting things. I think it's time we compared notes. Hope flickers, small and fragile as a candle flame. Can you come to my apartment tomorrow? I asked. I'll be there at 8 a.m. His voice carries the steadiness of someone who served in the Marines, who's seen worse things and survived. Bring every bank statement, every document you have. We're going to fix this. The next morning arrives with weak winter sunlight filtering through my studio's single window. I haven't slept. Instead, I've been printing bank statements, compiling transaction records, creating a timeline that makes me want to scream. The theft started small, 500 here, $1,000 there, always marked as family emergency fund or household expenses. Then it accelerated, larger amounts, more frequent withdrawals. Caleb knocks at exactly 8 o'clock. When I open the door, he's carrying 2 large boxes and wearing the most serious expression I've ever seen on him. I pulled everything from Mom's old divorce records, he explains, setting boxes on my tiny kitchen counter. Dad's patterns, his methods. And Nat, it's worse than you think. We spread documents across every surface. My hands shake as I compare his papers to mine. The similarities are chilling, identical withdrawal patterns. Same careful spacing to avoid triggering automatic fraud alerts. Same target amounts just under reporting thresholds. He's done this at least 3 times that I can confirm. Caleb says, pointing to records. Mom, his business partner in 2015. And now you. How does he access the accounts? He gets added as a joint account holder or gets power of attorney, usually with some reasonable excuse. Then he waits. sometimes years. And when the time is right, he starts moving money in ways that look almost legitimate. I feel sick. Mom was there. She had to know. Of course she knew. Caleb's jaw clenches. She's been his accomplice since they married. She gets to play the devoted wife, live the lifestyle, and all it costs is her conscience. A knock at my door makes us both freeze through the peephole. I see my sister. Don't answer it, Caleb warns. But I'm already turning the lock. Sarah stands in the hallway, designer purse clutched like a shield. Her mascara has run. She's been crying. Nat, please. Let me explain. Nat, please let me explain, she whispers. Explain what? I keep my body blocking the doorway. That you've been spending my stolen money for over a year? I didn't know. Not at first. Dad said it came from his investments. Her voice cracks. I swear, I didn't know it was your money until when? Caleb appears behind me, his presence solid. Sarah's eyes widen. Caleb, I didn't know you were here. Until when, Sarah? His tone allows no evasion. She crumbles against the doorframe. 3 months ago. I saw a spreadsheet on Dad's computer. Your name, Nat. Account numbers. Transfer amounts. Tears spill faster. I confronted him. He said you'd given permission. Called it a family investment strategy. He made it sound so reasonable. And you believed him. I say flatly. He's our father. I wanted to believe him. And by then, my business was running on that capital. I couldn't return it without destroying everything I'd built. So you chose the money. The words taste bitter. She flinches. I chose to believe family doesn't lie. I was wrong. She pulls out folded papers with shaking hands. This is that spreadsheet. Everything: account numbers, transfers, passwords. And Nat? There are other names, other victims. I take the papers, staring at rows detailing my destruction. 3 other names I don't recognize. Who are these people? I whisper. I don't know. But if Dad did this to you, to them. Her voice breaks. I'll testify. Whatever you need. I'll help prove everything. Caleb touches my shoulder, a silent question. Can we trust her? I think about the girl who braided my hair before dances. Then the woman who accepted $80,000 without asking harder questions. Come inside, I say finally. We have work to do. 48 hours blur into coffee cups and legal documents. Caleb's lawyer friend Jennifer Marks works from a downtown office smelling of old books. When we spread evidence across her conference table, her expression darkens. This is sophisticated, she says, red nails tracing patterns. Your father's been doing this for decades. Can we prove it? My voice is hoarse. With this? She taps the spreadsheet. Absolutely. This is the smoking gun. Combined with Caleb's documentation and your bank records, we have a rock-solid case. Relief floods through me. What happens now? We file charges. Criminal and civil. I'll secure a restraining order and freeze his accounts. Jennifer's eyes are fierce. Natalie, this will get ugly. Your father won't go quietly. Are you ready? I think about Christmas dinner. My mother's dismissive tone. Sarah's designer clothes bought with my dreams. I'm ready. 3 weeks later. I face my father in court. He sits at the defense table in his navy blazer, playing Wounded Dignity. My mother beside him in pearls. But I see the calculation in their eyes now. Sarah sits behind me. Caleb beside her. Their presence anchors me as Judge Morrison reviews documents. Mr. Hartwell, the judge says, you claim your daughter authorized these withdrawals? Yes, Your Honor. A family arrangement. She was young and inexperienced. I was helping manage investments flowing to your other daughter's business. Family investments benefit everyone. Your Honor. I see. The judge's tone could freeze fire. And these 3 other victims, were they also making family investments? Dad's lawyer objects, but she cuts him off. I'm making this relevant. Evidence shows a 20-year pattern. Miss Hartwell. Natalie approached a stand. My legs barely hold me. The courtroom smells of polish and justice. I raise my right hand and swear truth. Jennifer guides my testimony. Discovery. Confrontation. Evidence. My voice strengthens with each answer, then cross-examination begins. Dad's lawyer stands. You gave your father account access at 19, correct? For medical emergencies only. But you trusted him. Isn't it possible you forgot various permissions? My memory of never authorizing $83,000 in theft is crystal clear. The courtroom ripples. His jaw clenches. Your Honor. Jennifer stands suddenly. We have new evidence. Security footage from Sunrise Community Credit Union. She approaches with a flash drive. It shows Mr. Hartwell entering with a woman matching Natalie's description. That woman signs transfer documents. But it wasn't Natalie. She was at work. Time-stamped records prove it. The courtroom explodes. My mother's face drains white. Dad's mask cracks. That's fabricated. He shouts, "This is a conspiracy order." The judge's gavel cracks. Sit down. The footage plays. I watch a woman who looks like me, same build, same hairstyle, signing papers while my father points where to sign. Who is that? My knuckles turn white. A woman your father hired because she resembled you. Jennifer says quietly. The implications hit like ice water. The premeditation. Finding someone who looked like his daughter. This wasn't just theft. It was identity violation. Judge Morrison removes her glasses, angry. Mr. Hartwell, I'm freezing all your accounts. Restraining order granted. Bail is $500,000. I'll testify against him. My mother's voice cuts through chaos. She stands trembling. I want immunity. I'll tell everything. The betrayal on Dad's face is almost worth everything I lost. The trial takes 3 months. Dad's crimes unravel completely. My mother reveals decades of fraud, business partners, elderly clients, even his own parents. The impersonator is identified. Karen Mitchell, hired off Craigslist for $500. She thought it was for a family video. The other victims are contacted. 2 elderly widows. 1 army buddy betrayed during deployment. Sarah's testimony proves most damaging emails where Dad coached her responses. The jury deliberates for hours. Guilty on all counts. Sentencing. 15 years federal prison. Full restitution. All assets liquidated. My mother receives probation. She leaves alone. Her social circle destroyed. Sarah approaches on the courthouse steps. I'm selling the business. Every penny goes to repaying you. It won't make things right, I say. No, but it's a start. Tears track her makeup. I'm sorry, truly. 6 months later, I stand in my new house doorway. Fresh paint fills the air. Hardwood gleams. The kitchen is perfect with counters I chose myself. Caleb helps install shelves. His fiancée unpacks boxes. I'm proud of you, he says. I didn't do it alone. Real family helps without strings. He corrects. Mrs. Garcia from next door brings apple pie. You did right. Sometimes family isn't blood. That evening, I sit on my porch. Sunset paints the sky. My phone buzzes. Final restitution cleared. You're free. Jennifer, I think about the exhausted girl I was. And the woman I am now, survivor, homeowner, someone who learned to say no more. Justice cost me a father, a complicit mother, and trust I'm rebuilding with Sarah. But it gave me something more valuable. Myself, whole and free. If you've experienced betrayal, share below. You're not alone. Hit subscribe. Speaking truth heals us together. I raise my glass to second chances and homes built from truth. For the first time in years, I sleep without drowning dreams.